Welcome to this week's edition of Live and Loud with me, Gasant Abarder. So I want to talk about what many could consider a very macabre subject today, a very somber one, death. It happens to all of us, and especially now with this pandemic, we're seeing it all around us. So I want to reflect a little about on a personal story of a mentor of mine who saw the potential in 20 or so guys, including myself. I was 17 at the time. And we grew up in Woodstock. Now forget about modern day Woodstock, which is hipster paradise, the biscuit mill. That's not really Woodstock, because if you grew up there in the late 80s and the early 90s like my brothers and I did, you'll know that it was a pretty rough place and you had to hold your own. So this chap, Faiez Dollie, a few years older than us, but always 10 steps ahead. And he saw the potential of taking us off the corners and playing football. Football was his device, right? To show us that we can shoot the lights out, that we can aim for better, we can be better. And he made us want to be better. So he bought us kits, he fed us. He had a Microsoft software engineer course that he brought to Cape Town, one of the pioneers to do so. And he trained young people so that they could become hotshots in the IT industry in Cape Town. People, and you know, as we grew up, Faiez was always a constant, Faiez Dollie, a mentor of ours. And he then quietly, without making a fuss about it, moved to Mitchell's Plain and was working in that area, trying to link corporates with bursary opportunities for young people in the area to study for tertiary institution, to study at university. And quite often it was first generation students, the first in the family to attend, deserving students who otherwise wouldn't have afforded to go to a university. So on Friday, just over a week ago, our friend Faiez Dollie passed away. He was an activist. We're only now finding out the level of activism and the people he helped in his death. And it kind of put us on a path of no return, where we are inspired to take the rest of the next generation through his football club, Woodstock Wanderers, with us. And if Faiez left us with something, it is the gift of creating opportunities for young people, seeing the potential, and staying the course without asking for anything. So he was diagnosed with cancer. He was given 6 months by doctors. Faiez took 5 years. And in that time, we brought Woodstock Wanderers together again. And it was about football for good. You know, yes, we play football, but that's just the vehicle we use to inspire young people. We have partnered with smaller football teams, with junior people, and we give capacity, we give mentorship. We have a big brother kind of system with the young players. And we bring capacity in the sense of our skills. They need help with marketing, with recruiting players. And so the whole philosophy of each one teach one, Faiez Dollie gave us. So I want to take this moment, if I may. We are a multicultural, interfaith community, so people will know what I'm saying. I wish for him Janatul Firdaus, inshallah, and for all his good deeds to be turned into credits in the life after death. I'm back with a Live and Loud news slot, and this week I'm going to allow the facts to speak for itself. What facts? The facts about COVID-19 and vaccines. Now, you get the different schools of thought about vaccines. So here's an opportunity to let the facts speak for itself. Have a look. Okay, I'm not just going to sit here for 3 or so minutes saying nothing. So let me tell you what you've just looked at, or what you're looking at the moment. These are the COVID-19 hospitalizations for Groote Schuur, where the most incredible healthcare workers work for. Many of them are under-resourced. In fact, in most cases, they're under-resourced, understaffed. They don't necessarily have the state-of-the-art equipment, but they've got the know-how, they've got the care and the skills. So on the 6th of September 2021, the total number of patients with COVID at Groote Schuur Hospital that were hospitalized were 156, right? Hospitalizations. Of those, only 3 had vaccinations. Then, if you look at 66 in the high care or the ICU, out of 66 people, none of them were vaccinated. And the 32 on ventilators, none of them were vaccinated. So you and I can have a long conversation and a debate about ivermectin, the vaccine, how 5G is going to be implanted in your head, but none of that matters, because this is an illustration of how effective a vaccine can be. So if you're sitting on the fence, if you're still worried, maybe this will help you make up your mind. For Live and Loud News, I'm Gasant Abarder. This is the part of the show where we do the blind test, and there's a little bit of background to today's blind test. I've had this product sitting in my fridge for a few days now because I wanted the first opportunity to taste this thing on the show with you on Live and Loud. The backstory is I met this businessman, Muammar Kasu, the owner of Rack and Grill, outside one of these Eid markets at the Athlone Civic Centre, and there I had the most delicious burger that there's many out there, but this was really special. He also does ribs, and I got to know him, and we exchanged numbers, and a few months after that, he got the opportunity to trade at the Newlands Cricket Ground. And the City of Cape Town official shut him down, apparently because he didn't conform to all the rules. And then when I put a little bit of pressure on, all of a sudden he opened without changing anything. So we talk about barriers to entry when the people who should be enabling small business are actually proving to be the barriers. And then we all know about corporate bullying. So a few months ago, Rack and Grill got into a bit of legal crosshairs with Rockamamas. Rockamamas claimed the Smash Burger to be copyrighted to them, and Muammar Kasu had Smash Burger written differently on his menu for quite a few years before Rockamamas became a thing. But in that time, Muammar hasn't been feeling sorry for himself. He started a new chain of health shots. That burger story had a good ending because Rockamamas decided to collaborate with him. But today we're talking about health shots. And this is very topical at the moment. We're all talking about abuse boosting our immune system. So I don't know how you feel about spinach, but I don't want to sit here like Popeye and eat spinach. Or how do you get cayenne pepper and turmeric and ginger into a product that you can just consume just like that? So this has been sitting in my fridge, and I'm going to open it now for the first time. It's called Health Shots. They're on Instagram and Facebook. There's a contact number on the bottle as well for orders and queries. So I'm going to go straight into it, and I'm going to try the ginger shot. Shake it up here a bit because these things tend to distill the ingredients. So it's ginger, lemon, and apple. Let's try this. Yeah. That ginger is really strong in there, I can feel the antibodies rallying here. And that's very refreshing. And it's lekker for me because I'm doing boxing training. So that's the ginger shot. Very, very tasty. There's also in here a glow shot to make me look a little bit brighter, I suppose. Turmeric, apple cider vinegar, always a good product. Lemon and carrot. Phew. That one is quite potent, but it's good for you. And all of those ingredients, like I said earlier on, you wouldn't ordinarily walk around eating a stick of spinach. Or this one is the detox shot. So if I run out of the show prematurely, you'll know why. It's apple, cucumber, mint, spinach, and lemon. That's tasty. Very, very tasty. And then we've got the immune boost, which is orange, turmeric, cayenne pepper, and ginger. Give it a good old shake. Business card is in here as well, with all the details, which we'll leave here on the show. Yeah, now I've got the best of both worlds. But the ginger mu'ammar is very potent, so maybe my first impression is maybe tone down a bit on the ginger. I like a bit of extra kwetsa, but this is extra kwetsa. And they're very tasty. They're easy on the palate. And as I say again, we're all looking to get those vitamins into our body. We don't want to pop pills. We don't want to walk around with raw spinach and kale. Something that you can consume. You can do it on the run. You can take a shot before a workout. And all natural ingredients, all organic. They come in 100 ml shots. And you can reuse these bottles. You know, that's the beauty of it. Comes beautifully presented in a little box of 4. So please get hold of the folks at Health Shots. It's Mu'ammar Kasu. And support local. And until next time, thanks for joining me on Live and Loud.